10 things you need to know about the new Insta360 X5. The brand just launched its latest action camera, the X5, in time for the 10th anniversary of the company. It's very similar to its predecessor, the X4. And on face value, you will be like, well, they're exactly the same. So what's new about the X5, and is it worth upgrading from the X4? There are actually quite a lot of new things on the X5. One of the biggest improvements over the X4 is that the new camera now comes with interchangeable lenses. The X4 already came with removable lens guards, but on the X5 you can actually remove the lens itself and replace it if it gets damaged, which used to be one of the biggest pain points for X series users, because if the lens got damaged, then the whole camera was useless, because it's a 360 camera, so you don't actually get that 360 coverage anymore if one of the lenses are damaged. But that's not going to be a problem anymore. Other new thing about the X5, and you can't actually see it from the outside, that it has a new triple AI chip which helps the camera perform better in low light conditions. The sensor is also much larger. It's 144% larger than on the X4, which also helps the camera produce cleaner images in low light conditions. On the bottom, you can see that it has a new mounting system, whereas on the X4, you had to have a screw-in plate attached to the bottom of the camera, whereas on the X5, you can directly attach it to the magnetic mount like this. Another big change is on the front of the camera. It has a new built-in windshield, which reduces wind sound when you use the camera outside in windy conditions. With the new system, you don't actually need a separate microphone. It's not going to be the same if you use it with just this microphone, but it definitely reduces wind noise outside. On the inside, you got a bunch of new things as well. You got new features, such as the twist and start function, which if you mount it on a selfie stick and twist it left and right, it starts the recording. You also get voice command and gesture command as well as before on the X4. Although the X4 had a ton of different shooting modes, the X5 adds 2 more. One of these is the InstaFrame mode, which means that the camera shoots a flat and a 360 video simultaneously, which makes it easier for you to edit the camera footage later. For this, you have to make sure that the camera is facing you, because obviously it's going to be a flat image kind of shooting straight out the camera. So if the camera is kind of rotated, it won't be able to see you. But you can check this before you shoot on the camera or in the Insta360 app as well. Another new addition is the pure video mode, which was introduced in the Ace Pro, which is kind of like a low light mode on Insta360 cameras. This is the first time that the brand introduced this on a 360 camera. And again, it helps with the triple AI chip and the larger sensor to get the best low light videos out of the camera. Another big upgrade is the new battery. The camera has a 2400 milliamp battery, which is 200 milliamps larger than the Insta360 X4, which means that it can run for longer. In endurance mode, this means that it can run for 3 hours simultaneously. So endurance mode is obviously not 8K, and you have to make sure that there's a bit of airflow in the room, because otherwise the camera would overheat, but it can definitely run for 3 hours. The other thing about the battery, it has a quick charge mode, which means that in 20 minutes you can get 80% of the battery charged back into the camera, which is great if you're on the go. You can just plug it in the power bank. That obviously has a quick charge function, and get the camera up and running within 20 minutes, which is kind of like an amazing thing to have.